Hello everyone, here are the latest market news on October the 23rd, 2019. Erdogan and Putin agree a deal over Syria border. The Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin have agreed a deal which allows Syrian and Russian forces to deploy in northeast Syria to remove Kurdish YPG fighters and their weapons from the border with Turkey. Hours after the deal was announced, the Turkish Defense Ministry said that the United States completed the withdrawal of Kurdish militants from the safe zone Ankara demands in northern Syria. The Russia-Turkey agreement endorses the return of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad's forces to the border alongside Russian troops, replacing the Americans who had patrolled the region for years with their former Kurdish allies. China set to replace Hong Kong's leader Carrie Lam. China plans to replace Hong Kong's leader Carrie Lam with an interim chief executive, which would bring to a close Lam's rule after a month of often violent pro-democracy protests, reported by newspaper Financial Times. If Chinese President Xi Jinping decides to implement the plan, Lam's successor would be appointed by March and cover the remainder of her term, which ends in 2022. The leading candidates to succeed Lam include Norman Chan, the former head of the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, and Henry Tan, who has also served as the territory's financial secretary and chief secretary for administration. Oil prices fall amid rise in U.S. crude stocks. Oil prices declined on Wednesday after increasing over 1% in the previous session as U.S. industry data showed a bigger-than-expected rise in crude inventories. However, the possibility of bigger supply cuts by OPEC members and their allies prevented a further decline. Brent crude futures fell 23 cents or 0.39% to $59.47 per barrel on Wednesday. West Texas Intermediate crude futures for December delivery slumped 32 cents or 0.59% to $54.16 per barrel. Meantime, data from industry group the American Petroleum Institute showed U.S. crude stocks climbed by 4.5 million barrels to 437 million barrels in the week ended October the 18th, that more than doubled analyst expectations for a gain of 2.2 million barrels. Lexus will launch first all-battery EV next year. The head of the Toyota Motors luxury brand, Lexus, said on Wednesday that the company plans to launch its first all-battery electric vehicle next year as they race to market a battery-operated car amid growing competition to develop zero-emissions vehicles. The Lexus model will be Toyota's first full-sized battery-operated passenger car, as the Japanese automaker set to contend with rivals including Nissan Motor Co. and Tesla Inc., which have marketed battery EVs for years. Initially, we will release products in China, North America, and other regions where demand for pure EVs is high. Lexus International President Yoshihiro Sawa told reporters. He also added that the brand would announce details for the upcoming model next month.